Today was a very busy day. I had a court hearing. My ex-wife decided to put a temporary order of protection against me, even though I'm in California, and even though there's a order of protection already in place from the criminal charge. So I'm going to talk about it today. The truth finally came out. It's amazing. Everyone has said that I've punched my wife. I never punched my wife. I never put my hands never physically touched her face. My hands have never been on her in an aggressive manner. I basically went through a whole criminal charge because the screen hit my wife. And today she told the truth. So my wife was cross-examined by her own attorney, and she stated that I punched her in the face, breaking down a screen and punching her in the face. And she stated that she gave the kids to my parents as she filled out the criminal complaint against me on May 5th. So she gives the kids to my parents. It's funny because she's taking the kids from my parents. She's not allowing the kids to go to my parents' house or call them or go to birthday parties with them or anything at all with them. But she did leave with the kids with my parents every single day. My parents took them to school, picked them up from school. My parents took care of them when she took time off from work. They did all kinds of things for my ex-wife. So she gets cross-examined, says that she didn't have any marks on her face. There were, except a small bikini blemish. So the attorney gets done with my wife, and they call as their witness the police officer who arrested me. The police officer testified that he saw the screen on the ground, he saw no injuries to Michelle, and that I came out the front door, no arguing, with the boys, and put my hands behind my back and said, "Take me to jail, arrest me." All of that's true. And after getting done, her lawyer cross-examining the witness, my lawyer got to cross-examine him. And I'm going to repeat this. No blemish, no damage to my wife. No cuts, no bruises, no sprains, no scratches present on my wife, ex-wife. I'm just going to say Michelle. So the police officer, they were done with the police officer. Then my lawyer started cross-examining Michelle. And one of the first questions he asked Michelle was, "Did Tim punch you in the face?" And she said yes. And then he asked her, but he repeated, but the police officer said there were no cuts or bruises. And she said there weren't. Oh, she said there was a small blemish on her. And then he said, did Tim punch a screen out and the screen hit you in the hand? And she told the truth. She said, yes, that's what happened. After she already said that I punched her in the face. I punched out a screen, punching her in the face. But really what happened was I punched out a screen and the screen hit her hand. So after that little bit of cross-examining, my attorney went to cross-examine me, and he asked me what I was doing in California. And I told him I'm recovering mentally. And he asked me if I ever punched my wife in the face. I said no. He asked me, did I punch a screen and the screen hit her in the hand? And I said yes. And that's about all he asked. Then Michelle's lawyer got to cross-examine me, and she asked me what I was doing in California, and I said that I'm recovering with my mental health. I'm out here recovering for my mental health. She asked me if I knew that I had a warrant out for my arrest, and I said I did. The warrant out for my arrest is for leaving the state of Ohio. She inferred that it was, that's the real reason. And Michelle's attorney said, is it true that you have a warrant out for your arrest because of YouTube videos? The judge said you couldn't post any YouTube videos. And I said, no, that's not true. The judge said that I couldn't drive by the house and take video, and I couldn't video my wife. Now, when all this is happening, not one piece of evidence has shown that I'm not allowed to do YouTube videos. Not one piece of evidence points to the judge stating that I could not, I already said that, post videos. And there's not any evidence. She didn't present any, her attorney did not present any evidence to my warrant. Of course, she has my warrant there, copy of it, and she didn't say anything about that. So I'm gonna go back to my wife and her cross-examination. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. My wife, her attorney asked Michelle when was the last time you talked to Tim? And she tried to remember a phone call for the boys. And honestly, none of that happened. I haven't spoken to my wife since May 5th. I haven't seen my wife but today and then July 9th in court. I've made no telephone calls. I've made no text messages, emails. I haven't made any contact. So her lawyer is asking, has Tim threatened you, made any contact? And was no. You haven't seen him? No. He hasn't harmed you? No. And why are you filing this protective order against him? Because the judge in the criminal charge said I could do it if I wanted to. Now, you have to understand, this isn't back in May. The criminal case was done on July 9th, and I haven't made any contact, nor do I want to. Excuse me. I married a bully. I married somebody who emotionally, financially bullied me around. Until today, the bullying stopped. She has no hold on me. So if I'm not a threat, I never posed to be a threat. I never breached the restraining order, the stay away order from the courts. How am I, why is there a need for a TPO put on me? There's no need. It's just one more thing that she can do. Michelle is a very vindictive person. Her whole family is. I mean, if anyone's been following this, you could see that her dad has made phone calls to me. Her dad has left horrible messages on YouTube. Um, you know, and this guy was never around. He didn't even come to the wedding, or any of the children being born, or any of the moves we made. He is non-existent because he doesn't like me. And doesn't like me for something I didn't even do. But I'm the bad guy. So the judge is deliberating over everything. Michelle was caught lying a couple times. The police officer told the truth. I wish I would have done this in criminal court, because taking it to actually had the hearing instead of pleading out, because there's no basis for this. Now, I know if I hit a screen and the screen hits her, or if I would have spit on her, that's considered domestic violence. And luckily the criminal judge, saw through that, put me on mental health probation, not drug and alcohol, mental health. Gave me the lowest fine possible that she could possibly do and possibly give. And she basically, the criminal judge, basically gave Michelle whatever she wanted. The legal system is so one-sided here. There was no need for the ankle monitor. There was no need to take this to court. But this is what she wanted. She wanted to take me to court. She wants to get charges put on me. She doesn't like me. She's never liked me. She baited me on the day that this took place, and I finally snapped. I allowed her to break me down, and then I broke myself. That's a relief. It's a relief that I can finally say that. There's no more court hearings or anything. Yes, I know. I get it that she's a narcissist. It was such a relief today. It got so much pressure off of me to finally be able to, and she basically, she told the truth. She eventually told the truth. The police officer told the truth. So now all my questions are, why are you keeping the kids away from my parents? The people who've been there during birth. The people who have been there through all the troubles and tribulations that we've had. The people you ran to help. And you're keeping these kids away from, these precious, precious boys away from their Mimi and Papa. And at the same time, bringing your mom into town, who is a bona fide alcoholic and drug user, and bringing her into this house after you supposedly kicked one out who's a alcoholic and drug user. Now, I did drink, and I drank every day, but I didn't deal with the why. When I was in rehab in Cincinnati, I wasn't there for substance abuse. I was there for mental illness. I was there trying to piece together what was left of me. And I did a really good job there. I got out and I started working 2 jobs. I wanted to contribute. I wanted to be a part of my life. And my wife didn't want anything to do with me. Michelle didn't want anything to do with me. And that's sad. You love somebody unconditionally. She doesn't understand what that word means. unconditionally. There's no record here of me having domestic violence issues with my wife. There's no record of anything but one time. One time. And I walked right into it. She set the camera up. She got it all ready. She engaged me. She didn't have to engage me. She could have just stayed out until the cops came, stayed away if she felt scared until the cops came. But she didn't. The kids weren't any harm's way. The kids were downstairs playing their video games. I was making them lunch. If you look at that video again, you'll see that I'm telling her there's glass on the ground, not to have the kids come up. I'll take them out the front door. I wasn't yelling. I wasn't cursing. I wasn't doing anything but calming myself down, grasping a hold of the fact that I lost my temper. Watch the video. Rewatch the video. Not once do I yell. Not once do I say any derogatory thing to my wife. So this was step one. I have a court hearing January 12th for the kids. My parents have intervened, hired a lawyer so they can get their rights back. And, you know, now it's going to go through all the divorce proceedings. Banks are getting subpoenaed. All kinds of stuff's happening. This is going to be... My lawyer's going through this with a fine-tooth comb. It's sad that I'm not... And, you know, I'm allowed to go back to the house and get my belongings. I'm allowed to see the boys, call them and talk to them. But she said no. People try to get my belongings from my property, and she trespassed them. She is violating a court order. And on top of that, not giving someone their clothes, jackets, all my tools. It's ridiculous. She's dug a hole that she doesn't know how to get herself out of. Taking down my YouTube channel and then having the neighbor post about it. Deleting my email and having the neighbor post about it. Luckily, we downloaded all those videos, so even if he deletes them, we still have them now. Not allowing my mom access to the boys. And after she had triple bypass surgery, and the kids were over there every single day, now you take them from her. And they live just a few blocks away. They'd be more than gladly to watch the boys and help her out, even financially. But she's angry. She's vindictive. She manipulated the system. And today it was very evident what she did. Now, the warrant for my arrest in Ohio, the probation department gave me permission to come out here. And then the judge decided that I shouldn't be out here. And this will all be taken care of when I do come back. And I'm not going to do any jail time. Nothing's going to happen. I'm going to go to court. I'm going to present the documents that I need to present. And that'll be done with. There's no jail time for me. The only thing that I have to deal with is the fact that I can't be around my kids. That I can't decorate the house for Halloween and Christmas and pick them up from school. I'm not allowed to go to their school events. I am allowed. But my wife is in charge and says no. I never keep these kids away from her. If the roles are reversed, I wouldn't have done half this stuff to her. But they're not. I'd let her come get her stuff. Hell, I would go to family counseling over all of this. I would give it 6 months. She doesn't want any of that. And quite frankly, I now am free. I feel amazing. I'm healthy. Mentally healthy. Today was a win. Even if she comes back with a restraining order against me, so what? I'm in California. It's not against the kids. She's just making the divorce really, really difficult. And that's fine. Self-made hurdles. I'm just willing to get through this amicably. It's crazy. So I am right now, let's see what this does. I am right now sitting around a fire. It is cold. Let's say it's in the 50s here. And I'm relaxing. I had a nice hot shower, washed off Thursday off of me, preparing for Friday. Got a lot of things going on tomorrow I'm excited about. And excuse me, I'll get back to making videos. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but one of my TikTok videos has over 3,000 views and 100 likes. And I'm at, I think, 46,000 views on YouTube and 74 subscribers. Oh, well. I don't have bad neighbors to film anymore to boost my ratings. I hope my channel's hasn't been deleted. That's marital damages. And it's a lot to explain. Huh. So what am I doing? I'm doing a little bit of everything here in California. I'm going on the hikes. I'm going to the beach. Every morning I get up and I write letters to my boys. I have 2 notebooks, a piece filled with writing to them. And it's unfortunate that I'm not able to send them because they'll never get them. You have that much hate towards a guy who you have kids with, and you're going to deprive those 2 little boys who adore me and love me dearly communication with their father. It's sad. Wow. I just got another job interview. It just came through a text for another recovery center. I can go on about how vindictive she's been, trying to cancel my health insurance. That's just crazy. It's nuts. It's all been documented. It's all going to go in front of a judge. And who knows what the judge is going to say. I miss my boys. I miss the dog, Max. I miss my cat, Dash. I miss my house. I miss my garden. This is a beautiful time of the year for the garden. I'm going to be cooking Thanksgiving dinner for a family. I've got a bunch of things planned, and believe me, it's not what I want to do. I want to do this for my family. But it's unable to happen. I'm dealing with how to cope. And it's moving along. I'm progressing. I'm not angry. I have no reason to show anger anymore. I failed myself the day I punched out a screen. And I'm never going to allow myself to be in that position. So what am I doing? What tools am I using? I'm using pause first. Pause before I respond. If someone's talking to me angrily, I don't have to be angry back. It's my choice. If someone's not listening to me, stop wasting your energy. It's a choice. And believe me, I've had several incidents out here because I'm different, because I tie-dyed, because my car looks different, because I video what I'm doing, where people haven't liked it. Had people in my face yelling at me. And I'm as calm with them as I am right now talking to you guys. Oh, Saturday I'm going to Malibu, which is extremely close to me. And I don't know if I'm going to go to the beach or if I'm going to go on a hike. The hikes in Malibu are steep. They're 25% grade. You go from sea level to 1,800 feet, and they're long, 7 miles. Walking on the city streets and talking was easy, but walking these trails is hard, and trying to talk. It's just hard climbing everything. I did a trail last Sunday, and it was 4.5 miles, and being 48 and just being 48, it took a toll on me. I stopped. I ate some citrus and a banana and drank some water. But boy, the views were unbelievable. The wildlife, the hawks, the eagles, the coyotes, tarantulas and snakes. Everything. And it's all different. I played Frisbee golf the other day, and Frisbee golf is like playing on a desert. It's crazy. And I'm meeting so many new people. And guess what? They like me. They like me for me and not for anything else, which is awesome. They all follow me on TikTok. When I see them, they talk about things with me. When I don't post 27 videos in a week, they're wondering if I'm okay. And I am. Next Tuesday, I'm going to the Chandler Lodge. There's a bunch of Grateful Dead hippies that sit around and play music and just chill and talk. They have a potluck. I'm excited about it. Now, I'm not a hippie, but I just naturally fit into the alternative crowd. For everyone who's commented about my hair, I am growing my hair back. So I look fugly right now. I refuse to cut it. Today was the first day that I actually brushed my hair. But I normally don't. Which is all right. I had really beautiful hair. Made a lot of people jealous, including Michelle, that it was a full, rich set of hair. It stinks. It's not letting me comment. How do I respond?